Yo, what it do with the business is.
It is another week in the books with the On Deck TV show. I am Spike Lou.
Man, holla at your boy Animal Brown, Animal underscore Brown if you're looking for me on socials.
Absolutely, and I am Spike Lou on them same social sites. Holla at your boy AB. How you feeling out there?
Man, feeling good, feeling great. Salute to Dead End Hip Hop, man. Had a great time on the show. Good looking on the invite. Caused quite a stir, man. The Dead End crowd was not used to me. I thought that was
Yeah,
interesting. They gotta
you too,
tap
man.
into on deck, man. They gotta get used to this.
Yeah, you too mainstream for them.
Clearly.
You more mainstream than I am because Drake's your favorite rapper. So that definitely not flying over there. But that was a great appearance though, man. You did a wonderful job. They got to have you back. They already asking to have you back. I told them how you felt about Kanye. They can't believe it. They can't believe it. I said, all right, y'all learn. I thought y'all would have learned y'all lesson, but so the next time they have you back, expect some Kanye West questions, buddy. But that's your man's.
Listen, no Drake or Kanye slander allowed in my
It's crazy.
presence.
Y'all go check that out, man. Dead End. It's over on YouTube and wherever you find your podcast. Had great appearance. Also, shout out to Nick, man. We got to go play some golf with him when he
Yes.
came down here. He was visiting over the weekend. So shout out to Nick.
Shout out to Nick, man. Terrible golfer. Great guy though.
I-
Great guy. My guy.
That's hilarious. Speaking of great, man, we got some great topics to get into this week. Chance, he dropped that new project that we were talking about. Lil Boosie has a sentencing that's around the corner.
Yikes.
JD makes some big claims over on the Joe Budden podcast. Memphis Bleak said something about Jay-Z that may be interesting. But first, AB, we were all awaiting after Cardi dropped that clip. Her doing the imaginary player song. How was she gonna flip it? What was she gonna do? My question to UAB is, did she do this any justice?
Shout out to Imaginary Players, classic Jay-Z song. Cardi, also from New York. Went to go the lyrical route, a little bit more mid-tempo, a little bit more braggadocio, focus more on the bars this time. Did she
Mm-hmm.
do it justice? Look, I give anyone credit at the attempt.
Mm-mm.
Trying to redo a classic, I don't care if it's 10, 20, 30 years, it doesn't matter. If you're trying to redo a classic, you're probably going to lose, especially if it's somebody of a caliber that many people consider the GOAT.
Right.
I thought she did okay. I don't believe that this is her lane. If she just wanted to get this off, talk a little shit, because she was talking big dog shit. I will give her that. But this tempo, this style record is not really suited for her. Like, I don't need, if she just wanted to get this off and it's a one and done, and maybe this is the only song on the album like this, okay, cool. But she's more suited to be turned up, to be on the Glorilla anthem, to be on the Lotto anthem. Like she's on the Migos song. Like she's more in that lane. It's more successful, in my opinion, the Bodak Yellows, things of that nature. We do not need you to try to go lyrical miracle because her accent doesn't complement that type of beat, in my opinion. And her accent is what makes her unique. And it works in some instances, but if you try to step out of your comfort zone, and try to give us this, it doesn't work. Obviously, it doesn't hold a candle to the original, but I didn't think it was just ass either. I thought it was somewhere in between. I was entertained by some of the bars, but do not let this be the one and only song on the album like this. And please give us an anthem leading up to it. Because even the single leading up to this, the outside joint, that's more
Yeah.
suited for her. And you can still
You
talk your
wanted
shit.
to you wanted her to stay in her lane.
I do. Or
That's
stay in a lane
interesting.
that works. You could record this, but you listen back and you hear it don't work all the way. It's no need.
So here's an interesting kind of thing about what we were talking about when you went over to Dead End because this came up on his the mic salon. Y'all check that out Wednesday when it come out. And it was Mike, Ken, and Nick and
Yep.
myself. So it wasn't the full Dead End crew, but these guys are pretty well informed. You would think of, what they are of music.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
However, however, no one up there is a big Jay-Z fan. So they didn't even know about which would be blasphemy in our form of hip hop. They didn't even know the line. What's the difference between 4.0 and
Stop.
a 4.6?
Stop.
Mike
Invert
said,
the line, bro.
Mike
Stop.
said, Mike said verbatim, what is he talking about? Like grade point averages or something?
Shut up. No, he didn't, bro. No, he
So I
didn't.
found myself having to explain what that line meant in a room full of people that listen to rap. I thought I was in the twilight zone while this was happening. I swear to God, I did, because just the part of hip hop that we come from. That's why we talking about. There's different parts, the little different sections of
For
hip
sure.
hop. The part that me and you come from, it's blasphemy that if you were to say that and somebody not know what you mean would be insane.
That's a classic
Like
line.
I'm gonna say that, and then they're gonna say 30 to 40 G's, cocksucker, beat it,
Eat it.
because that's the next thing that he said in that song. I found that fascinating.
Yeah.
With that being said, I listened to the song. I agree with you on some of your takes in the sense of the beat don't match the flow. But that's a take that's been given. Everybody's been saying that. I think that's kind of obvious. What I will say is this would have hit better if there was no promo. I have a song coming out Friday. If she had
Mm.
just dropped this on our head top, some of the things that you pointed out, it would have worked in her favor, because she's never tried anything like this before.
Right.
It's not as like her style per se, but she is. Whoever wrote that, they talking that big girl shit, nigga.
For
The
sure.
line about the watches,
That was hard.
nigga. The all of your booking is my hair and nails.
Yeah.
It was getting off. Like, let's not, please not get it mistaken. She was ripping that, but she shouldn't have put no anticipation. And this should have been like, eh. You know what I mean? A little no look pass, and then she ought to hit him with something if she got it. Next, like it should have ended with a rollout in that video, even. You know what I'm
With
saying?
the
Like
next
going
with the
into
next joint.
yeah, now I'm finna hit you with what you used to and
Got
how
you.
I be fucking the streets up.
That'd have been hard.
So I think it would have just been it was way too much anticipation for this, because people was asking, you ready for the quarter? What was she gonna do with it? Like, it's a topic of discussion area where people were discussing hip hop. So if she hadn't have done that, it would have got a better response, I think. But some people fucking with it.
No, that's a good point. And it's something different. This reminds me of something Nicki would have done and probably
True.
been more successful, to be
She would have
honest.
murdered this.
Yeah, she would have killed
She would have
that.
murdered this. Did you see where they switched the beat to the Junior Mafia joint? It sounded better
Or
on
to get
there.
money.
Because that BPM, yeah, at Get Money, the BPM higher. So it sounded fire. It was fire on there, actually. That probably would have worked.
Yeah. You think it was any because Jay got to sign off on this. Do you think it
Yeah,
was
he gave
any,
it.
is this a little slight at Nicki by giving this the green light to Cardi?
Yeah, Jay that petty. 100%. But, but let's make one thing clear, though. She not talking to Nicki in this song, because
Yeah, no.
she ain't talking.
I
You're
agree.
not talking to Nicki Minaj like that.
No,
I
no.
know you not.
That's funny as hell. Nicki would have bodied that shit. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, if both of them would have
Nicki
been
would have
on
bought
it,
it. There.
it would have been
See?
hard. That would have been a moment.
That's the problem. That's the problem. Dude. Like, if we had that,
That would have been a moment.
it would
Even
have been
with
a hip hop
Cardi
moment.
sounding how she sounded, we would have let that slide because Nicki would have killed.
Facts. On some, and they had been on the Styles and Jada type shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
nigga, that would have went crazy.
Missed
That would
opportunity.
have went crazy. If she do a remix like that, who could she do it with? Maybe Lotto.
We can't keep going a
Lotto
lot,
would
and
do it.
that's my baby. But we can't keep going up for everything, man. And you need somebody. You need somebody up north. You need somebody up north. It's only right.
Mm,
So whoever that is right now, not named Nicki Minaj.
don't answer me. I was listening. Well, we're gonna do it when we talk about Jay. Go ahead.
Yeah. Next up, man, Memphis Bleak. Keeping it J. Memphis Bleak was on Drink Champs, and they asked him about Hove, and he said, "quote He has been working." End quote. We don't know what that means exactly, but we're gonna think that he's alluding to a new project. What are the chances that we get a new Jay-Z album in a year or less?
So by next August,
Yeah.
a full Jay-Z album.
Full length LP. The eighth wonder of the world.
25%. There's a 25% chance. Is that high or low for you?
That's high.
That's high. I
Yeah.
say that because I think we've reached this place in hip hop now where it's cooler, as we've came on here and said a lot. It's cooler for older people to rap. It's cool. That's cool.
It's
And I
always been
feel
cool for Jay to rap though. Let's be clear. He's led the
that
charge
that
of
too,
making it
that
cool.
too, that too. But I do think that he's been gone long enough where he has something to say where it's not gossipy now. I feel like that he's been taking and making observations. His name in enough people's mouth that he might have 8 or 9, and just all it takes is one person to come through and finish some last 3 or 4, and then boom, you got an album. So I do think he's been recording. I think there's about a 25% chance that that recording comes out.
Woo.
He runs into the right person that's gonna motivate him to put it out.
That's it, and that's the thing. I believe he needs to run into the right people to motivate him to do a whole project. That's the problem.
Facts.
Jay has got that in him, bro. The nigga he comes up with shit off the dome. So there's no telling where he's at, where he thinks of a fire ass bar, or he sees an incident that's happening and he thinks of a clever word play to flip it. That's one thing. Fuck it. Even saying, man, let me just go to the studio and fuck around, dude. That's one thing too. But to put out a real album and plan a rollout and get the tour lined up afterward and go through and listen to 300 beats and call niggas for features and run Rock Nation and bro, I don't know about all that.
Fair.
Like that's the stretch. And I don't think age really play. Jay is 55, but again, he doesn't come off as 50. Like 55 in 2025 is different from what it was in 95. 55 and 95, nigga, you was a granddad in a fucking walker. Nigga,
That's crazy too.
you were old as
That is
fuck.
crazy.
Now it's a little different. And he doesn't look old and washed. So, and I'm sure he doesn't sound old and washed. It's been a minute since, what was the last record the DJ Khaled guy did? Was that the last time we heard him? Or maybe it was Book of Clearance soundtrack
Ah, yeah, yeah.
with the
Damn, I forgot
D'Angelo
all about
joint.
that. Yeah.
So he's not. It's not as if he sounds washed. Like we're not worried about that. It's does he have the energy to put together a body of work and everything that comes with it? That's the part where I'm iffy. I'm going to say 15%, just because it's not impossible. I just think it's highly unlikely. Highly
That's
unlikely.
a fair point. That is a fair point because that leads me to a follow up question that I want your opinion on. What do you think the most important thing on Jay Plate today is?
Ooh, probably. I think he's trying to acquire a football team. I still believe that. So I'm thinking
Huh.
cultivating the relationship with the NFL and the Super Bowl halftime show. 'Cause I think they did re-up, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I
Yeah, I
think
think so.
that play right there, because title is not the drink. I can't think of the liquor. That's not.
Do say.
Beyonce is a business in herself, but she just wrapped up the tour, so that's quiet.
Probably
So,
the casino, right?
well, yeah, he's working on the casino play. That's true. The Manhattan casino play. That's big.
Yeah,
So
that's
whatever the
probably
next
the
big
biggest thing.
venture is,
So do I want to keep building this to casino or work on an album, which would be a passion project because the album ain't gonna bring you nowhere near as money or status that the casino is. So yeah,
but
I might I
he
might
could
knock
use it
my
as marketing.
percentage down.
He could use the album
Yeah,
as
but we
marketing.
talking about what year we talking about him being 60 years old probably for that casino was built.
True. That's a
It's
good
a
point.
good 5 years, and that's being modest.
That's
They
a
ain't
good
even
point.
passed the law yet, I don't think. So they still
Damn.
got to get that done. If I'm not mistaken, I think they still got to pass a law.
Okay.
But I would assume still that's the number one thing on his plate, though. I don't think it's managing. I don't think a day to day at Rock Nation or managing or finding talent is something he's passionate about. It seems like you said, moving in that NFL circle, them getting to know you, having the people talk about the Super Bowl show gives you credibility in the NFL. So maybe you do get with a group that could get a team. I'm
Right.
not sure how high. I think the casino probably might be number one. But to
It
your
ain't an
point,
album.
right, to your point, I wouldn't do no album if I was trying to build a casino neither. So
Uh,
I'm knocking my percentages down to 8%. I'm going to 8% now. Cause how else we gonna get music through him? Like who he gonna bless with a verse? You think?
he can't do Khaled again. Cole?
That's a wrap.
I can see him on Cole's last album.
Mm.
If Cole is like, this is my for real, the Fall Off is my last album, I can see Jay hopping on that because he's been pretty hands off with the Cole music. So that'll be a look.
That's it though.
Yeah, man, it's quiet. After that.
Damn.
It's
Two Chains, I
quiet.
guess. Two Chains, can Two Chains still get that verse?
Two Chains and gave up on that. Two Chains in the game have gave up on their dreams of getting a Jay-Z 16, bro. They need to let that shit go.
That's so petty. Like knowing a nigga want to rap with you and just you won't do it. Like that's some of the pettiest shit.
Jay
I'm
probably got
just
hella
not
free
doing it.
time too, bro.
Yeah, I'm
everything
just
on
not doing it. Fuck it. Oh,
everything
I'm good.
on auto, man. All that shit rolling. He don't need to be in the
Ah,
office in the cubicle. He ain't been that shit
yeah,
running.
he could do a verse with him if he wanted to, but just not doing it is the pettiest shit in the world. All right, moving on. Speaking of petty, your man's Lil Yachty got a new
Yikes.
song out. I don't even know the name of it, but he has a bar about George Floyd that goes, "I got my knee on her neck. Now she's choking George Floyd." Is that
No,
right?
it's I put my knee up on her neck. I went George Floyd.
I went George Floyd.
Yeah.
AB, there was a lot of backlash on social media about this bar. Obviously, are people overreacting?
No, I don't think so. There's some, and we've had an episode on this. You go back in the archives, way back in the archives, about controversial lyrics and specifically the Rose line. That was one of our first episodes, which is nuts looking back. The Rocco verse, Somali all in a drink, she ain't even know it.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is that people will let you cook on some of the more like the argument is why don't people cry over lyrics about shooting niggas and this that and the third, but when it comes to certain bars, I remember Wayne got in trouble for a line he
Emmett Till joint.
the Emmett Till
Emmett Till
exactly.
joint. Yeah.
So it's almost as if there's certain lines if you like talking about some if you're talking about drugging a girl and taking advantage, that's kind of like, okay, now you kind of crossing the line, you pass the artistic piece. And then when you reference something that's happened in real life, especially to somebody black, as a black person, then that's looked at as being distasteful when there's a million other similes and metaphors you could have used. So I understand when somebody like a Steven Jackson, even though he be bullshitting, but Steven Jackson, I did respect his response. Who he was close with George Floyd, and he spoke up about how distasteful the line was. And he also came out and said that Yachty hit him up and apologized. First, Steven said he took the post down, and him and Yachty talked, and Steven apologized because he was in his feelings when he did the post. And Yachty walked back what he said. He apologized too. The clip was played on a live stream on your boy Plaque Boy Max and shit, whose name has come up the last 3 or 4 episodes, which is
Yeah.
nuts. His motion is
It
stupid
still
right
ain't came
now.
across my page though.
Huh?
Casanat usually make trickle on over there, but I ain't made it over there yet.
Interesting. I don't know, but yeah, that this the line was out of order. I don't blame anybody during the live stream. It was probably 5 or 6 people in the live stream. They were just like, yeah, they were just zoned out, just listen to the sign. I ain't really. I don't think nobody should have been like, stop, wait a minute. It ain't that deep. But I'm glad someone did, even if it was Steven Jackson, called him out and be like, yo, that's not the play. You know what I'm saying? Just be like, that's not the move. That ain't it. You taking it a little too far. Don't reference some real life shit that happened to niggas and had as big of an impact as an Emmett Till or a George Floyd. Don't do that. Listen, just leave that alone, man. That's it. It ain't that deep. You ain't got to
Did you
hold over
say
his head, but just leave it alone.
did you say some people were trying to fight back saying y'all don't say nothing when it's lyrics about like killing each other
Yeah, that
and
I
stuff?
haven't seen that in this particular Yachty line, but that's the
Uh,
common thing. Like, why is one thing okay but the other isn't? I've seen that
hmm,
before.
that's interesting. Um, this was just doing too much. It's not having a real nigga in the room. Real nigga would have heard this and been like, "Hey, little bro, hey, little Yachty, like an older brother,
Little
like a
boat
nigga that yeah, he probably got a lot of yes men around him that'll
that are
tell
his
him, yeah,
age.
that's cool. That are his age or younger. Oh yeah, that's cool, bro. Right? It's wild, but Yachty is wild. He is, you know, the the crazy part of hip hop, not in the sense of violence, but look at his hair, look how he
Yeah,
talks, like his appearance in general. Like that ain't generally what hip hop is.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So he want to go even further to break the rules because he can't talk about killing and robbing and the things that usually make niggas be like, oh shit. He has to throw stuff like this in. Not to say that Lil Yachty's not talented because he is. He can move the needle. He knows how to do that. But this was distasteful. He shouldn't have done it. I would love to have a conversation with the people that say that what you said, as far as when y'all don't say nothing when it's uh killing each other or talking about this, that, and the third. I would love to hear the logic behind that on another episode. But yeah, this is distasteful. I'm glad he apologized. Sad to Steven Jackson. Did he crash out behind it? Because I ain't watched the video. Did he
Not
crash
really.
out
I
or
mean,
was he
he
like,
went
oh,
in.
okay?
He went in on him. He went in, but
Like, was he talking about him? Or like, what when you say went in?
I mean, he
And how
wasn't
to
like
what
bitch
extent?
ass nigga. When I see you,
Oh,
it's
okay.
on. He
That's
wasn't.
what I'm
Yeah,
thinking. That's
no,
what I
no, no.
thought
He
you were
wasn't
saying.
that. But he was like, don't say his name though. You didn't know him. Don't say his name. Like, shit like that. But he wasn't. He didn't go O block. He didn't do that shit.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I ain't know. You don't never know with Steven Jackson.
But
But yeah,
what,
man,
what,
this
but
this
what would you
this
say though to somebody who was like, what's the rebuttal to the whole like, y'all don't say this when niggas is selling pounds of dope on the song?
that's a
Well,
good
how is that
question.
okay?
Uh, because both of them, I would be interested. I don't know if would have a rebuttal. That's why I said it probably for another episode in the sense because I would want to hear more because I understand the logic in someone saying that's defending and saying, well, that's on that side of it saying, well, both of them are real life. So you can't say one is fake and one is the other. I'm just a mad because niggas rap about stuff that they see or stuff that they done or stuff that somebody around them done. This actually happened, but it just wasn't good. I think when people do this well, the reason that people are coming after Yachty, he didn't do it well. So that argument or reply that I would have to that person is when it's done well, it is actually art. And some art is offensive. Like that's just the fact of the matter. Some people are offended by some art, but you can't do it like Lil Yachty did it and expect people not to say nothing. You
Yeah,
can do it another way where like this nigga then said some wild shit and some bars, but it was cold. Like,
yeah.
damn, that was crazy. So I think that's the conversation that I would have because I do think that it's still art and you can't limit people artist scope.
I think it's the specificity of the line and the referencing of a real life situation versus a general statement. Nigga run up on my whip, they getting this, that, and the third. Like that's a general statement. You're not specifically talking about a person or whatever the case may be. That's protected under the guise of art. The same thing where if a comedian went on stage and said something like this, it would be protected. You're understanding that this is protected under the guise of like a comedian's gonna push the line. They're gonna walk
Right.
right up to the line, bro, and
See how
like
far they can go. They actually may step over it.
and they might step over it. But again, if it's clever or if it's like it has to be nuanced, well thought out, clever, something, it can't just be malicious and just blatant because then you're gonna look like you're just trying to be mean. Like it's not, and that's not funny. That's not. Now you're just trying to be a dickhead. Then it's people gonna look at you crazy. So, but I thought that was interesting though, man. It's your
Yeah,
man's.
it is.
Former Double XL freshman class member, this latest issue, Baby Chief Do It from Chicago. He admitted during an interview that he uses ChatGPT to help write some of his lyrics. Big deal, little deal, or no deal? I'm
It's
surprised it took this long for
a
somebody to say this.
to admit it. It's a big deal in the sense of like, where's this kid's friends at, man? I said, nigga was young as hell. You
He
ain't,
looked like a
like, you
baby,
don't
bro.
nobody be man. You don't nobody be in the studio with you. Like niggas do this, but they bounce it off humans. Like it happens in writing rooms and it's like this just seemed real. I know I sound like the old man, new generation-y. Like I can't really sit easy with it being like hip hop, and we just talked about it being art. And you got this dude saying, but if we know about Chat GPT, both you and I do, I use it. I'm a proponent of it. Like I
Yeah, for
don't
sure.
get what the people be like, oh no, man, you giving it all your information. Like, bro, like nigga, they got my information. Whatever they're trying
Yeah.
to find out about me,
They
they gonna get it.
they've had it for a long
Sorry,
time.
sorry, bro. So I don't only subscribe to that. I use Chat GPT to help me all the time. But I don't think it's the same in this case because of the conversation that we just had about this being art. And when you start using Chat GPT to generate lyrics for you and you just going to recite them, like how far does it go? Like how much of the song are you letting it do now? Is it gonna write the whole hook? Is it gonna produce the beat? No, it's just a slippery slope that you get on, man. I don't like it. I wish he hadn't came out and said that, but I mean he's a kid.
Yeah, I wish he hadn't have said it either. He is coming back and saying that people are taking it out of context. And so how I read into that is I don't think he was like, "Hey, ChatGPT, write me a 16," and then it
Mm-mm.
spit something out, and then he held up and read that, and that was the verse that he laid on the song. I don't think that's what he was trying to say that he did, but that's how people read it. I help
Because people don't
ChatGPT
know.
helps write my shit. That people are just assuming like nigga, it ghost wrote it.
Not enough people use it. That's why
That's
they
what I'm
think
saying.
that. Like you see, like you can say, like people do with emails, like say this, but say it in a clever, more sarcastic way.
Yeah,
Like you can say that, and then it'll shoot it out to you like that way. So
and then you can tweak
that's
it.
probably what he mean. Yeah. All right, cool. That's good, ChatGPT. Now take this word out, add this word, and do it.
Right.
Then tell me how it would sound if it felt like this. Like people don't realize that it's that extensive if you're not a consistent user of it.
Agreed. And the prompt got to be detailed as fuck. So I'm
Facts.
gonna say it's a little deal only because somebody's gonna hear this and take it to where we're talking about, and they're going to have it right a full joint. But I was surprised that he said this, though. I'm not even gonna lie, and I'm also surprised that it took this long for somebody to say it.
What if it started a trend
I
like
wouldn't be
drill rap,
surprised, bro.
like drill rap, trap rap, crunk music?
It
What if it
sounds
just
like some
starts?
niggas have been doing this.
But what if it started like people started getting popular on TikTok because ChatGPT is writing these fire ass rhymes and they going and doing some little funny dances with it on TikTok and then that's all you start hearing. That should
some,
be insane,
some people
man.
could argue we're already there.
Some people could argue correctly. They could.
Cause nigga,
100%.
he was on this chance that we about to talk about. I thought his verse was alright on that chance. I'm like, damn.
Speaking of that, I don't believe that. Speaking of that chance, man, question to UAB. Did he redeem himself? You were waiting on this. What do you think?
Yeah, of course we know the last album was 6, 7, 8 years ago. It was supreme trash. The Big Day was panned by critics and fans alike. But this Starline joint, I was looking forward to this. I thought it was good. I've seen I've seen the discourse online. People are pleasantly surprised, which I said they kind of would be because the bar was in hell with the last project. And there's definitely some joints on here. I love the joint with Do or Die, where he flipped that same sample that Nelly flipped. Ever loving me. That shit is hard. And one of
Hmm.
my favorite songs of the year is on here. This the Negro Problem with BJ the Chicago Kid is stupid fire.
Hmm.
So I really like the way it started. It did begin to tail off toward the middle. I'm not even gonna hold you. And I'm not that big of a Chance fan to begin with, and listening to this, even though I did like some of the joints, it reminded me why I'm not that big of a fan. Some of the voices that he does is cringe. It's kind of like fingernails on a chalkboard. I don't like when he goes into certain styles. It doesn't work for me. But this was better than the last project, which is a step in the right direction. And there's joints on here I will repeat, specifically like the first 4 or 5. So yeah, he redeemed himself, but he didn't really have to do much to do that.
So the bar was in hell, basically, you're
It
saying,
was,
and now it's moved up.
it's below zero, nigga. Now it's at least surface level.
I ain't gonna lie to you, AB, you better than me, because I ain't even listened to this shit.
That's
I
hating.
can't do it. Won't I couldn't couldn't find myself pressing play on this for any reason, but I did hear a snippet that was played off of it, and he was ripping it.
He
Like
can
I was
rap though.
surprised. Like I listened to a full song. I haven't listened to the full album. What I will say is I was surprised that it was like, oh, okay, this don't sound bad. It made me want to listen to it because nothing that I've seen before the conversation that you and I had after that last debacle, nothing made me ever was going to press play on this album. But what I will say now is I am going to, based off what you just said and based off that song that I heard. That song I heard was bang, and I can't think of what it was. I can look it up though, but I do think that people are speaking a lot more positively about Chance surrounding this project than they have been. I've seen that out here as far as people being impressed with it. I hear a lot of people saying it's one of the like Mark Lamont Hill said it's the best album he heard this year.
That's cap.
But he that's his man's, I believe.
Oh, okay.
But
Okay.
yeah, so there are people that are saying really good things about this album, so I am going to listen to it now. But it took that though. I do want to say that's how far he had fallen for me. Like I was never going to listen to that. I had to actually hear a song that somebody else played, had to listen to you and other people that'd be like, "Nah, it's all right though." So I'm gonna check it out.
That Negro Problem is a top 5 song this year for me. I'm not even gonna
I
lie.
can
That
assume
shit,
what the what is it what it's about.
yeah,
Negro
it's
problem
killing.
for real.
You'll see what it's about. You'll be
I'm
like,
gonna
all right,
listen to that. I'm gonna listen to that for my next recording.
that's hard.
'Cause that
Uh,
songs like it I always fuck with. So
yeah, because
is it on some
remember,
sci high type shit kind of?
well, not really. It's more like the whole theme was the Starline joint with the whole Marcus Garvey, where it was like I
Gotcha.
think he
Got
was
oh,
trying
that's
to
fire.
build a pathway from Africa to America.
Pan Africanism. Yep.
Yeah,
If I'm
there's
not
some
mistaken.
themes in there about black, kind of to people butterfly esque ish, and it's just better. So think of
That's
that
blasphemy.
and think of that from that perspective. But it's dope though. It was good to hear Do or Die and heard them in Hellas. They sounded alright on that too.
You see they just put that video out.
Yeah, I seen that. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Nah,
from
shout out to Do or Die. We used to bang that Do or Die back in the day, nigga. They had some shit.
Do you wanna
That was that
ride?
shit.
That's crazy. What's that
The
one?
Heads or Tails. No. What was that Do or Die called? Fuck.
The one with the penny was a penny on the front.
Was it Heads or Tails? Was that the name of it? Or Picture
That
This?
might have been picture. This might have been the second one.
Picture This was the first one. Heads or Tails was the second one. Yep.
That had the penny on the front.
Nah. Picture This
Neither
had
one
Po
of them.
Pimp.
Okay, that's when they was standing in front of the car.
Yep. Yeah. Bingo.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So Do or Die had some shit back in the day. Shout out to Chicago, but it was cool to
The
hear that.
album covers, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. Um.
Uh,
Next up, your man's. Ah, man, your man Boosie Badass. He sent fans into a frenzy when he put out a tweet saying that he had to rearrange his tour because he is going in front of a judge for sentencing for a gun case that he caught while in San Diego. He went to a music video shoot to go get a quote bag, quick bag, 10 to 15,000, but his security got stuck on a flight. Their flight got delayed, so he only had one security with him. His one security had 2 guns. And he said, man, let me hold one and then you hold the other. Because the video shoot was Crip infested. So the feds were watching one of the guys at the video and saw Boosie had the gun on him. And so he got caught up in that. He's taking full responsibility. However, I'm going to ask you, do you blame him for being in this situation and and not turning down the easy bag? Or like who's at fault? That's the short question.
when you say the Fed saw the gun on him, what does that mean? Like, did they have pictures?
Yeah,
And
they were taking
like,
pictures
it
and
was
video.
tough. So he had the gun out showing it. It
No,
wasn't
tucked on him.
concealed.
It was tucked on him. But it was clear that he
Tucked
had
on
it
him
on.
how? Like tucked on him in a flashy way, or tucked on him like
Like,
I
nigga,
just
I
have to
wasn't
have
in the
this gun. Oh,
interrogation
yeah.
room. I did the-
Because that's a weird thing. Because that could go either way. Like
Whether you're
it,
waving it in the air, nigga, or it's on your hip, it's still on.
it
You're still in
matters.
possession.
That matters. That matters to me. Because if he was being showy with it and just trying to have it show in the video, then that's one thing. Like, yeah,
You could have said it
I'm
was a
sorry,
prop.
my nigga. You knew he could have said it was a prop, but if they knew that it wasn't, then yeah, he still could say it's a prop, probably. But if you got it out and you showing it and you flashing it in the video, you know you're not supposed to have gun, then you the one at fault. If
Okay,
he
yo,
had
I
it
don't
on
think it
him
was like
for
that. I don't think it was like
okay, if he had it on him for protection because his security was at the airport
that. Yeah.
and he only got one person and the only place that you feel I mean the only way that you feel safe is if you got a gun too, not just your security, then he shouldn't have been there. Like
Yeah.
Memphis Bleak told his dope ass story about him meeting Russell Simmons. I don't know if you've seen it. He told his dope ass story about him meeting Russell Simmons. And he said he was up at Def Jam offices when Russell Simmons was Russ. Nigga still running it and shit. And he was up there, I assume he was with Jay. And when he stood up and the meeting was up with, his gun fell out. And he was like, Russ was like, what the fuck are you doing with that? And
Yeah.
he's like, you know how it is out here in New York. He was like, you think you got more money than me? And he was like, what? He was like, do you think more niggas trying to get at you or me? And he was like, I don't know. He was like, you know how it is outside. And he was like, Russell was like, bro, if you need that, you don't need to be in this room.
Hmm.
Cause like the niggas that's in this room, they passed that and they know how to handle that without that.
Yeah.
So I say all of that to say, if Boosie got to have that gun on him to in that situation feel like he's safe, I understand it. But that little $7,500 ain't finna be worth these 2, 3 years you finna get. So leave that shit there. Like if I need a gun, I don't really need to be there.
That's to me, that's the thing. There are certain places I've gotten in a space in my life. If I pull up somewhere and the security's
Oh
at the
yeah.
door, I'm at the wrong spot. I'm not even gonna hold you, bro. I did that in my 20s. I went to the security at the front spot club all through my 20s. Bro, I'm not doing that no more, bro. If they pat niggas down at the front, I'm at the wrong spot. That was fun back in the day. Nigga, we done been in places, niggas ain't got the shooting. We done ran, jumped over niggas, hurt over cars, and we laughed about it on the way home. I don't want any parts of that no more. I am good. So that's how I know. And I get it. Boosie, because he was talking about this on Vlad, and I kind of felt bad for him because he was speaking to that, kind of like what Bleak was saying. Like this is where I come from, so it's not that abnormal. However, in hindsight, I should have just gave them their bread back and said we'll reschedule. You know what I'm saying? Like I should have played it like that and waited till the moment was right where I do have my security on some regular shit, and I don't feel like I have to strap on me to shoot this little feature real quick. Like it just like you said, them 10 band, but he said he got a little 10, 15 bag, little feet, little
Oh
easy
no.
layup money, but bro, it ain't no telling what the
Oh
judge
no.
gonna do.
Nah, I ain't doing nothing. If I'm Boosie
Yeah.
and you talking about 10 or 15,000 and I need a gun, I ain't coming. I ain't coming. Like you like nope. Cause like you said, man, that makes sense. Like I'm not trying to be nowhere if especially if I'm Lil Boosie, where I'm peeping the surroundings and
I gotta
it
look
can
over my
turn into a
shoulder.
yeah, it can turn into a Dolby or a Nipsey
Yep.
because niggas gon' like it's some places where you outside and niggas you look like food and they go like this nigga he
This
got
ain't
the
your
jury
hood.
on.
This
Like
ain't
he
your
over here
state.
and look, I don't even fuck with the little nigga that's
Yeah.
rapping like this. Like nah, I feel like I need that. I need that little chain and all that. Like it's some niggas over there that look at it like that. So Boosie know that because he from a place that's like that. So it's almost you gotta let them know that I got it on me. Like it's not gonna be easy. Like you might die doing this. So
Yeah.
you almost gotta show it. And that's why the answer to the question is don't go. Cause you can't be over there with them even like you. I was asking, was it concealed at first? It can't be. They need to know it's on me.
That's a
Or
fact.
either I got three big motherfuckers, 300 pounds and 6'6" right here beside me, and they got it on them.
Yeah.
But I can't just be over there, even with a concealed weapon where the feds may not have seen it, because like niggas still might try you. Now you still gotta shoot that nigga because now you got it on you. He didn't know you. But I almost gotta let you know, like, nah, I'm strapped, bro. Like it ain't gonna be no easy wins. So
You think a piece of him? Do you think a piece of him feels like he would have looked crazy if he'd have seen what the scene looked like and then be like, nah, bro, I can't. Do you think that he was afraid of the response to that? Niggas would be like,
probably
this
so.
nigga hoe
That probably
ass.
had something to do with it. That
I,
probably had something to do
I
with it.
think
But
it
I'm too
did,
big
bro.
for that. I'm too big for that. I'm a little boosted, bro. Give a fuck.
You gotta let
And
that
I would have
pride
went on
go,
live and
bro.
said that. I would have went on live and said that people wouldn't have blamed him. Said, man, that nigga it was ratchet as fuck over there. Nigga, I'm a grown ass man now. Nigga, he could have made that one of his viral moments, really.
Yeah.
Like nigga, I would have went on live and clown. Nigga, bro, nigga, I'm not pulling like what, nigga? And you can blame it on nigga. It wasn't no problem. I just had more security and they wasn't there. So like I wasn't gonna put myself at odds. Like, nah, we ain't doing it.
He
I'll
did.
play
To
with
be
y'all.
fair, he took full responsibility though. He didn't
He
blame none
should.
of the dudes. He ain't
It's
blame.
his
He took
fault.
he took 100%.
You the
He's
boss.
like, I
Yeah.
should have turned around.
This is why I respect when he get on there, he talk that contract stuff with them other niggas that he got deals and stuff with.
Yep.
He the boss. When you there and you doing these conversations, like, nah, nigga, give me my money. Nigga, like I know what the contract say, I know what we negotiated.
Yep.
On the other end of that is this. When something fucked up happened and you the boss could have been like, nah, I ain't going.
You got to eat that.
It's both ways.
Yeah,
Both
fact.
ways. So, all right, man. Before we get into these wins and these losses, JD went on the Joe Budden podcast and he was in his bag. I got a couple of questions I want to ask you from this AB, but I'll start with this.
Yep.
JD says nobody should be compared to him. He's one of one. Not Dre, not Swiss, not Timberland, not anybody. He's the only person I think he said in the world or in the music business that can come up here and say, I wrote produced and performed at least 8 tracks off of an album that I put out, which is fascinating if you think about it. Should JD be higher on the GOAT list for producers, AB?
Uh, y- so I think he's right when he says no one can do what he does. The problem is all those artists that are tied to Dre, Swiss, Tim, they're bigger artists than the ones that were tied to JD. Like, bro, you're not putting Lil Bow Wow up against DMX. It's not. It's no. There's no question. You're not putting Lil Bow Wow up against Snoop Dogg. You're not putting Chris
Well, why
Cross
you keep saying Bow Wow when Usher is right there?
because that's R&B. So when you're talking GOAT
What that
producers,
got to do with it?
because when you talk
He talking
producers,
about producer overall though. Like,
I agree, but it's a hip. Dre, Swiss, Tim are overwhelmingly hip hop. I know they dibble and dabble in some R&B, but they're overwhelming hip hop. Those are pioneers in hip hop. Like those are like elite level, legendary hip hop producers. So JD, well, he is a legend in two games. His R&B shit, we're not gonna put his Usher single up against what's my name Snoop Dogg. Like that doesn't make sense. Those are two different lanes, respectfully. So
I
I
think
think that his
that's crazy, AB. I
nobody's
think
doing that,
that
bro.
you muddying the waters and trying to see like you just trying. If we talk about a producer, we
It's a
actually give producers more credit if they hip hop based, which JD is.
for sure.
He's hip hop based, but he can go over there and make that other shit too. Like you colder if you can do that. Now you trying to take away from him for that. That's
No,
crazy.
I'm saying that's why he's not looked at the same because he's not. The fact that he's not looked at in those same and he's this is why this is a hot take because he's not
What?
looked at on the same level as them.
But he should be.
Yeah, I think he should be, but the reason is because
Possibly.
his
Oh,
hip
so
hop
you saying
contributions
okay? So
aren't
you saying so
as
there's not a big artist tied to him? Like you
bingo.
ain't tying
Not anybody
his biggest
that's
rap.
respected like those people are, like
His
Kendrick
biggest
and
rap
Snoop
artist is
and
Criss Cross, probably
yeah,
right.
and
Criss
like come on,
Cross,
bro.
Lil Bow Wow.
He wrote all they shit, which is
Which
again that's
that's
major.
even more impressive.
Yeah, but you're not taking them seriously as rappers, bro. They had hot songs. They had
I
catchy.
mean, it's even more impressive on JD end
Yeah, but you
that he
don't care,
playing jump and all the Bow Wow shit.
bro. Dre said
You
it.
been real dismissive of this. So like I don't understand the energy you giving him.
Listen, I could argue JD's route is harder to do because you know Dre found the game. Dre found Kendrick. These niggas are already nice. You know what I'm saying? Like so, yeah. It's like okay, you discovered them, but they have a bigger impact than Chris Cross does. But he wrote all of Chris Cross shit.
No,
So
they don't.
if I'm him, I'm
Stop.
talking my shit too. Like, nigga, y'all got me fucked up. But nobody's walking around quoting the fire Chris Cross bar at the same time, though. That's what I'm saying. Nobody,
You're
bro.
having you're having a conversation about hip hop. This conversation I feel like is about producing music in general. I feel like musically, like niggas like Dre and Swiss probably can't hold a candle to JD. I don't think.
So you're saying
I
you
don't
put
think
him
they
more of like a Quincy space.
boom.
Okay.
That's it. I put him in that space. I think that he talk that's like he's in the conversation with them versus being in a conversation with Dre and Swiss to me.
That's fair.
He convinced me a lot of it because I was listening to the interview that he just did. And it's ironic that you say Quincy because you didn't listen to the interview. I know. He said he's still trying to make his thriller. And he said he don't think Confessions is his thriller.
That's the close.
So
No,
like
that's
even
his thriller for sure. Yes, it
that's
is.
his thriller. But he said why he doesn't consider that his thriller is because he didn't go into it like Quincy did. It's like telling people I'm about to make the best album ever.
Oh yeah.
He said this was on the humbug. Like this was like and imagine that's how cold a nigga is. You do Confessions on the humbug. Like, all right, we just
Plus,
want to throw this together. That's crazy.
plus, he had help on Confessions though. He wasn't the sole producer on Confessions either though.
But the general concept was his, and that was the thing that pushed the album, the
For
concept.
sure, that's a fact.
Right. So he said there's a story behind it. They went to L.A. Reid house, and L.A. Reid told Usher that like people just don't care about you in the sense of like when you start doing your albums. And JD was like, "Damn, you just gonna tell that man that to his face?" He said he was thinking that in his head, and he said the reason that he wrote Confessions for Usher was because he wanted people to start talking about him. and he knew that that scandal that he
Yeah.
was writing about, people would start discussing Usher because if you were outside like me and you were when Confessions came out, you remember a lot of the conversation was, I can't believe he did that to Chili because
Yep.
people thought that Usher was who people were talking about. It was really Jermaine Dupri and Janet Jackson.
Yeah, which is
So,
nuts.
but yeah, which is insane. Imagine telling Janet Jackson
Yeah, it's
I'm
nuts.
working with another bitch.
That's
Janet Jackson? That's crazy. Niggas is insane. So I got a couple questions that I want to run by you, some things that were interesting in what he said here. One was, do you think he can make a Thriller?
I did see he was talking about Chris Brown.
Well, he was just saying he wants to make a Thriller. Like going into it intentionally for it, trying to change music and be the best album that you've heard. They were saying that Chris Brown is most likely the candidate to
Oh,
do
okay.
that with.
Yeah, it's you got to be careful saying making a Thriller, bro. It's the fucking arguably the greatest album ever recorded.
Not in comparison to.
Oh, just
So
like an
it's
epic.
my version of it,
Okay,
and the thought process behind it is he said he's very well read on Thriller and has the interviews with Quincy, and Quincy was very intentional on the impact that he wanted this album to have, which is why he don't consider Confessions again his
I
Thriller because
got
he
you.
wasn't intentional. He was like, I want to be intentional about an album, the tracks, the length of the album, the songs, the features. I want to be very intentional and like put my max brain power towards creating one of the best albums you ever heard.
I don't know if he could do that in 2025
Why?
because I think he would have done it by now.
What if he ain't had the artist to do it with?
There, Chris
Like
Brown has
Usher
been
was
here.
the closest thing,
Usher and Chris Brown have been here. Alicia Keys been here.
but
People, Mariah been here. He worked with her.
But he said that the Chris Brown thing, he said he don't fuck with, I assume, I didn't know this, but Usher and Chris Brown don't fuck with each other. And said the reason he don't work with Chris Brown because of Usher. He don't want to, like he said Usher would never talk to him again if he did Thriller with Chris Brown.
Okay, okay, okay. That's some industry shit I'm not aware of. Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
So,
Well, I mean that's fair. That's fair. He could have done it with
yeah.
Mariah though. He laced her, and we belong together. It's a
That shit,
couple of
that's,
joints on
it
there.
ain't, it ain't a, it ain't Thriller, but that
That
Emancipation of Me
Emancipation of Me was a
album is,
classic.
yeah.
Yeah, but it ain't Thriller though. That's what I'm saying. Listen, he need to be satisfied
It
with the
ain't too many
classics.
thrillers though. Like he has a, like Confessions ain't Thriller either, but it's one of the best albums ever made.
I
Like
agree.
if you run that Confessions back, I
Today,
was listening to it. He made me listen to it when he was out. Like, hold on, and then I listened. I was like,
it's straight through, bro. It's straight through with the bonus songs too, nigga. All of them hits.
all of it, nigga. Like, and he made a good point. He was like, bro, you got to think this nigga Usher selling out arenas, and he doing an interlude, putting cherries in women's mouth. That's an interlude. That ain't a
Yeah,
single.
yeah,
That ain't like, and everybody word for word with it.
yeah.
So yeah,
I don't
interesting.
know. I don't know in 2025, but I would love for somebody to take him up on that though.
I
Speaking
would
of,
too. I want to hear that.
for sure. Speaking of JD, man, before we get to this win and his loss, episode one of his documentary that he executive produced along with a couple other people, Magic City, it dropped. I don't know if you got a chance to watch it, but in case you didn't or did, do you have a good strip club story?
That's funny as hell. I did watch that first episode. It was interesting. They got a cooler style. Like what's slept on with documentaries is not just telling the story about how you do the transitions and the little stuff that you put in the middle of it.
Reenactments and shit.
Yeah, the reenactments and the hello cartoons do it sometimes. Like
Yeah.
finding a creative way to do that is becoming, one of the standards in good documentary storytelling. And I think this one is keep it up too. I like the first episode. I did watch that. Had that on the priority list to hit play on. But no, I forgot
Facts.
it came out till I was listening to JD. But yeah, I watched the first episode. It was good. I'm excited about where this takes us. I like to start with the owner, and I don't know if his wife still fuck with him or not. She
I
didn't
couldn't
seem too
tell.
happy on there. I couldn't tell if they were still together or what.
I couldn't tell.
That was really vague.
Yeah. Which
But
probably
yeah,
answers
man,
the
I like
question.
Exactly. I like talking. I like talking to the dancers. I like the cut ins of the celebrities. Dominique was waiting for his Jordan moment. He stole that off the Last Dance. I feel like I don't know. I
Fact.
can't prove it. I didn't see it, but I felt like that was his response to the Last Dance to come in smoking a cigar and be like, "All right, so what you want to know?" It's my
Yeah.
Jordan moment when I seen Jordan talking on Last Dance. So they're doing a good job, man. If y'all ain't started that, y'all should check it out. Most people probably
Agreed.
gonna wait to binge it though.
Which I ain't mad at, but it was good. Episode one was good. It was only half hour. Thank you. Told the story. It's called Welcome to Atlanta, which I like because it painted a picture of Atlanta during the time when he started Magic City, which was in the 80s, and I had no fucking clue of that. So how he started it, them breaking that down was fire. Setting the stage,
Fire,
talking about Maynard Jackson and how
fire.
he made a concerted effort to kind of turn Atlanta black, and it was I thought I walked away learning more than I knew going into it, which is what you're supposed to do. And they got all the TNA in there that you're trying to see as well. So you're not going to be let
Yes.
down if that's what you're going for, but you're going to walk away learning something. So I think it's dope. I can't wait for the next episode. I'm going to tap in. If y'all don't know, it's on Stars right now. Go ahead and wait till the rest of them drop. You can go ahead and get that free trial and bang those out.
I almost ended my Star subscription because I forgot this was coming out. I thought it was going to be on Hulu. And but right before you press cancel, the Stars make you an offer. Like instead of $10, it's like $3 a
An
month for
offer
the
you
next
can't
year.
refuse.
Yeah, but the next year, nigga, it's $3 a month. Don't cancel. Cool. So I'm glad I kept it. I'm glad I kept it,
Oh,
man.
shit.
All right, wins and losses.
Oh,
First,
hold on,
Kanye
though. I got
drops.
a funny strip club story real fast, though.
Oh yeah, damn. My
Nigga.
strip club story is a fun fact. We started going to the Mirage Strip Club in Nashville at age 15, 16. I was taking my mom's car on a learner permit, and
That's
it was maybe
nuts.
like this is maybe when four people in a fucking Mitsubishi Mirage
Jesus.
driving to driving to the strip club and them letting us in at 15, 16, 17, and 18. So they were letting us in the strip club at 15. It's closed now, so they can't do nothing about it. So.
Clearly.
But
Uh,
yeah, you got it funny when I ain't want to take yours.
which one? I got a few.
Oh, I thought you was gonna go with the one where the bitch stole the dance from
Oh my God, that's exactly where I was gonna go. Listen,
you.
we first moved down here, man. I don't know. What was that? Was this Kamal's?
Nah, we was at Blue Flame.
With Blue Flame.
Yeah,
We had no business being in any strip
at all.
club, nigga. We first
No.
moved down here broke as a joke. And we ended up in there for some reason. I don't even remember why. And
I
I
don't know
had
why.
no
I think
bread.
we was waiting on Bola or something. I
I think we
believe.
was yeah, we had a little Grand Hustle Connect, and I think we was kind of tagging along, trying to film some stuff, and we was in there, and I had no bread, nigga. When I mean no bread, I'm talking about no bread. There's no worse feeling than being in a strip club in Atlanta with no money, and everybody in that motherfucker is breaded up, and they're letting you know, nigga, it's snowing. It is snowing dollar bills in that bitch, nigga. I am broke as fuck. Nigga, and this dancer come up to me asking for a dance in the coolest way possible. I say no thank you. And this motherfucker proceeds to dance on me anyway. And I like, hey man, like I don't know how to tell you I ain't got no money, dude.
That was that was the thing about it though. You had about $20 in your pocket,
That's it.
but that 20 you needed that
I needed the 20, bro. I need that 20 to stretch, bro.
so you needed that 20. So she turned around when she got done dancing and stuck her hand out. You was confused
I told
until
you
she looked
so.
at the security dude. Until
Tough.
she looked at the security dude, and you wasn't confused no more. You
Yeah,
was
nah.
like,
Listen,
I got to come on up off his
I
20.
was hot about
I
that.
remember we got to the car. You said, man, I was hot.
I was hot. Security would have fucked me up in there, nigga. I wouldn't have stood a chance.
The big ass
It
nigga
was
too.
all big ass niggas.
Oh my God. It was a bit man, god damn. You had to go on and get a little. She robbed you. She robbed you with your
No
real
mask.
pussy.
No mask and heels on, nigga.
Because the assumption is you in here, you got some money.
Facts.
So if I do this, what you gonna do? Like I'm just telling you, either you gonna leave, you willing to fuck up your whole night, or you gonna
Bruh.
give up this little $20.
I needed that 20 to stretch, nigga. I needed that to last me till next week, nigga.
I think Blue Flame might be the only strip club that still even give you dances for $15, $20 now.
Really?
Yeah, yeah, nigga. Ain't no bitch ain't finna dance with you in Magic City if you ain't making it rain. What are you talking
Listen,
about?
real quick.
Ain't no transaction, nigga. How much? How big is the stack you got right there in your hand? Cause you finna make all that shit come down while I'm dancing over here for you.
They not lying. The one time I went to Magic City and there was a big dog ghost out front, and we walked in there, motherfucking Jalen Rose is in there, and every bad dancer in the building was all surrounding Jalen
Hey,
Rose.
look,
Like, wasn't nobody else in there, bro.
Magic City's so crazy and they vetting process and like if you pull it in the parking lot, and that's probably if you know Atlanta how they breaking in your cars, it's probably the only place that's safe. If you pull it in the parking lot, as soon as you pull up, how much you want to pay for parking? 180 or 60?
Yep,
Those are the options, my nigga.
that's it.
And that's for you get into the door and then cover charge another $60.
Yeah, for sure.
You done spent 160 before you get in there. So you
You ain't
can't go
seen
in there like we
one
went.
set of titties, nigga. You don't spend your heart and some change, bro.
Facts. Man, that's crazy, man. All right, man. Let's get into these wins and these losses. First win or loss. We got your man Kanye's trailer who dropped In Whose Name, which is a documentary. Is this a win or a loss, AB?
This is a dub. I'm staying up till midnight watching this.
God,
You ain't talking about
it's
nothing.
insane.
And it looked dope too. The trailer was hard. Let me get
I
that.
ain't press. I didn't press play on this bullshit, nigga. You think
Hey,
I'm pressing anything? Well, I'm
nigga,
not pressing play on nothing, Kanye.
you seen that
What is this gonna
Netflix
be on?
Kanye documentary, nigga? That shit was
I
hard.
did. It was fire.
I
He
know.
he was he's been even worse since then. Like, who did this documentary?
Oh, I don't know. It don't
I don't
matter.
know.
It's getting watched, copped,
Where's it gonna be
downloaded.
on? Have they said where it's gonna be streamed at? Oh, okay. So this is bullshit. All
No,
right,
I
what's the
don't.
next?
Yeah, I'm hot.
This is
Oh
bullshit.
no,
It
it's
ain't
in
nothing but a
theaters
trailer.
September 19th. We doing AMC's, motherfucker. Let's go.
So it's gonna come to theaters in a month. Do you want to beg a bet on that?
Yes, it will be. It's in a
And
partnership with
bet.
AMC, Regal, and Cinemark. It'll be in 1,000
And
theaters, and I will be in one of them.
I
So
don't
will
believe that
you.
till it drop. I won't believe that till it drop. All right, next man. Cameron pranked Omar Gooding, man. He booked him for a movie that didn't exist. Harlem niggas are the pettiest niggas in the world. Is this win or a loss, AB?
This was diabolical. This was genius. This was Ashton Kutcher level of punked. If y'all missed it, Omar Gooden and Cameron have been going back and forth. Omar Gooden has recorded a couple diss records that actually didn't sound half bad, shockingly. But Omar Gooden was bragging about how much he still makes per movie appearance, and so Cam put that to the test. And he booked him for like $2,500, not knowing that this is Cameron booking him. But he booked him for a movie for $2,500, and he had to take his shirt off, and everybody was speaking Spanish, and they were all making fun of him in Spanish. And the movie doesn't exist, and Cam was right there on the other side of it on some Ashton Kutcher shit, watching the whole thing. And he made a fake trailer for it, bro. So just to show, like, nigga, you're not getting no bread. I booked you for pocket change, and you came and did it, and you like an idiot. And kudos. That shit was funny as fuck. I'm not even gonna lie. He went the extra mile. He had time today, and he shook it. You just leave him alone after that, bro.
Yeah, you gotta be careful who you playing with. Just disappear. The beef is stupid anyway. It's because he
It
called
is.
him Junior. It's like the reason that he even got mad at Cam. Like you found the right one to play with. This is the definition of you got the right one, bitch. Like you
Facts.
got the right one. So yeah, this is a loss, man. Like oh my goodness, man. Wild and Crazy Kids was my shit, man.
That was the
Sad
shit.
to see. Yeah, sad to
Baby
see
boy
it.
was the shit. Let's go.
No, it wouldn't. It was not. Next we got Snoop Dogg. He sells his burned blunts at an auction for 148K. AB, win or a loss?
This is insane. So he had an art collection called Ashes to Art, and like one of the art was his like mugshot with his actual blunt roach in there, and he signed it and went for like 70 bands. They sold a couple of other pieces with marijuana memorabilia to add up to 148. The picture is kind of fire though. I'm not even gonna lie. The mugshot with the burnt corners, like that shit kind of fly. I don't smoke. I don't know why anybody would. Don't nobody smoke no more. But
That's crazy.
if you got the bread for this man and you a big Snoop Dogg fan, it's a 101. He autographed it. Like fuck it. if you got it, then go for it. So I ain't mad at it. 70 bands for this one picture is crazy, but I like art though, so it's a W. I ain't mad at this. It should look
Yeah, I ain't
dope.
mad at this. If you're an artist, I mean, if you collect weed memorabilia, like
Collect
I
weed
would
memorabilia
imagine,
is crazy.
I would imagine something from Willie Nelson and Snoop would be the holy grail of that.
That makes sense.
If you collect hip hop memorabilia, I would imagine like having a Snoop blunt would be iconic for your collection. So I get this, man. Like we've talked about this before. I'm into like collecting things and stuff. I want to find me something I can start doing it with. So I think this is interesting and dope. So it's a W for me.
Absolutely, man. Let's go to On Decker of the Week. Shout out to A Wilkins 022. He said Jid was never going to be a crossover artist. That ship sailed when he didn't pop after being on the theme song of a major Netflix show, plus being on the biggest Doja Cat album the same year. You can't name a
What was
rapper
his
like
name? Song?
him who blew up after 2016. Hip hop has changed pop wise. That's a good point. Blew up after 2016. That's a good point.
When did Cardi come out?
Ooh.
Playboy Cardi.
Oh, I thought you meant Cardi B because Cardi
And
B
Cardi
came out
B.
2018.
Yeah, I was saying Cardi B.
That's fair. Who
Yeah.
knows when Playboy Cardi came out? I don't know. Who the fuck knows?
Yeah, he probably been rapping for a while.
Yeah.
But Cardi B came out.
But that's an interesting point. Shout out to Sly. He said Jid is stuck because he's like an ISO player being coached by another ISO player. In this instance, J. Cole. In order for him to crack that ceiling, he needed an album specialist to help him. That quote, no expectation shit is the reason why Dreamville's discography pales in comparison to TDE. TDE has Phil Jackson. Dreamville has Allen Iverson on the sideline saying, just do you. That's a
Damn,
great fucking
that's a good point.
comparison.
That's a really good point.
I like that.
Damn, that's a good point.
Shout out real quick, Cole Chillin' 661. My top four mixtapes: Nipsey's The Marathon, J. Cole's Friday Night Lights, Wiz Khalifa Flight School, Drake Comeback Season. Let's go, Drizzy.
That's a nice list.
And shout out to, damn, I'm gonna fuck this up. Sight Yarth Singh. He said, conversate is a real word, Lou. LOL.
It's not. Look at it's not.
Shout out Maurice Hunt, too, man. Our guy. Killer Mike should have called the podcast Michael the Podcast. I guess play off the album. I ain't mad at that.
Yeah.
If it would have came out around the album, that would have been fire.
While conversate is a word used in some dialects and informal contexts, it is generally considered non-standard and not a part of formal English language. AI is right there at your fucking fingertips, people. Jesus.
Nobody's
I
gonna
found
look
that
at
out
you
in
crazy
3
if you use the
seconds.
word conversate, bro. Nobody's gonna be like, wait, is that a word?
That's not what I said. I didn't say that. So the fact that he took time out of his day to correct me when I was right is what I'm talking about. Nigga, I know conversate is used in conversation, but it ain't a word. That's what the interesting part about it was. Jesus.
Did you check out the podcast? Because I forgot.
Not yet. I ain't looked at it. I actually, it wasn't on Apple.
Nah, he bullshit,
Right.
man.
So y'all don't even know. Like y'all looked for it. And it was a clip that came out, but I don't know if it's on YouTube, but I typed Killer Mike in there. I typed the name of the whatever, since it ain't a word in there, and it didn't pop up. But maybe I looked too early. Do you see it?
Hold on. Yeah, it's up.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Maybe I looked too early for it.
All right, what you got to put me on?
My put on is if you are a sci-fi fan, if you like that world, fantasy world building, Foundation is back on Apple Plus. It's a really good TV show. It's in season 3, I want to say, but it's getting close to the end, so you can binge a lot of it and get caught up, and probably be caught up right in time for the finale. But if that's your bag, this is a fantastic show. Apple spent a lot of money on it, so it looks amazing. But Foundation is cooking right now.
Did you get a chance to check out the Spike Lee movie?
Not yet. I guess I'll wait till it comes to streaming because it was limited.
Man, that shit in like
show.
2 theaters down there. I was like, damn.
It was some slaw. Yeah, I don't even. You get a Spike Lee and Denzel movie, and it's in 2 theaters in Atlanta.
And it's an
insane.
A24
That's
movie,
racist.
bro.
Yeah, that's
Like-
racist. All that's racist.
That shit didn't make no
But
sense.
Spike Lee is on that new another put on one of the latest Bill Simmons episodes. So I'm sure he talks about why that happened.
Okay.
Because he mentioned streaming and theater releases in the lead into it. So I'm sure he spoke to it.
Fair enough. Man, I put on, shout out to Nick, man. We were talking about this when we was playing golf. Young Nudie new project, Paradise. Listen, if you need something to get you through that last mile on the treadmill, that last set of them curls, go ahead and throw that new Young Nudie Paradise on, man. It's Atlanta YN music, but it's good in certain scenarios. And the whip and the gym are the two scenarios. And so definitely I would check that out. Got them beats on there. He got Project Pat on here. It's banging.
You around old people, you got gray in your beard, you play some of that, they think you're still cool. Perfect scenarios. Perfect scenario.
Definitely Pooh Shiesty mask music. YN for sure. But it serves a purpose, man. In the gym, I'm getting busy to it. It's real hard. Shout out to Nudie. Man, I gave him Nudie a hard time because he was on Complex's top 50 ATL rappers list. I gave him a hard time, like he shouldn't be on here, should be Rocco. But he keep doing shit like this, then I can understand his placement on there. Because he was low on there, but he making some solid joints. I can't even front.
That's a fact. Shout out to Nudie.
Anything else before we get out of here, man?
That's it, man. We out.
Peace.